Again, I'm Max. We're playing Final Fantasy XIV online. This is part 3. Hope you guys enjoy. Let's go. Let's see. Where are we supposed to go? Gotta remember. We're gonna attune to all the crystals here in the city. Definitely looking forward to getting higher ranked here for sure. Oh yeah. Going to the upper decks of Limsa Lumensa. Alright, let's see. Where can we go next to the thing? We're here. I want to go there. Alright. We want to go this way. Yep. Running. Ah, yeah. Oh, we went too far. Nice. I don't wanna set this on fire. There we go. Tuning. Are you assuming? The next one. Oh, we gotta go back that way. Excuse me, coming through. Excuse me. Excuse me. Doing a bit of a speed run here. Slight speed run. We haven't gotten the Arcanist. We haven't gotten the Arcanist one. We haven't gotten the Fisherman's one. We got Hawker's Alley. Alright, let's get the Fisherman's next. That's a fisherman. Wait a minute, where am I? We gotta go down. There we go. Got it. What do we need next? Arcanist. I think that should be back this way. Hawker's Alley, and that should be the Arcanist right there. Nice. Run. There's no stopping us right now. I feel so close to you right now. I think we have to be on the lower decks, I believe. Or the upper decks? Where is it? Ah, we gotta go upstairs. The Drowning Wench we go. Geronimo. There we are. I just skipped through all that. I am so sorry. I don't know what just happened. Let's see. Stalewern. Okay, so Badarin told us that Stalewern, the owner of Summerford Farms, is in need of a helping hand. Leave Limsa Laminsa through the Zephyr Gate and pay a visit to the hard-working farmer. Alright, we gotta speak with Stalewern at the Summerford Farms. Let's go. Alright, let's get out of here. I'll turn down this music a tiny bit. There we go. All right, on to Summerford Farms. All right, let's attune to the 8th right. Nice. We learned teleport. Awesome. Talk to this guy. Ah, you must be the adventurer Badarin promised to send along, UpliftedMax, wasn't it? Correct. You honored his word, so that's a good start. I'm still Wern, the old bastard, as Badarin likely described me, and here This here is my humble orchard. A good number of lads and lasses working here once terrorized the high seas, and if you're wondering why I employ these scrags, well, they used to crew my pirate ship. But the calamity did for our ship like it did so many others, and I was sore wounded into the bargain. I had to feed myself and my crew somehow. An Admiral Merrilwib's initiative to get us landlocked buccaneers working the field seemed too fine an offer to refuse. Not bad. Not bad at all. Hello. Hello there. Blah blah blah. And unfortunately the botanists I called to train these guys have been wringing their hands in black despair with so much work piling up. I need a tougher soul like you to step in and help where it's needed. Say no more. Alright, Stillwern, owner of Summerford Farms, wishes to inspect your equipment and thereby gauge the readiness for the task he has in mind. I have a mind to set you a task, Max, but before I do, I need to be sure you're properly kitted out. Pirates don't care to parley with dandies, you understand. It might well be that the ones have traded in their cutlasses for cutlers, but they're still rogues at heart. I know a solid set of gear when I see it. Come back when you think you're more suitably equipped. Equip your head, body, hands, legs, and feet with a gear item of 5 or greater and speak with Stallwern. Alright. What are we looking like? Okay, that's 1, 1, 1. And yeah. Okay. Well, we need to teleport back to Limsa and get some stuff there. Level 5, huh? We don't have enough for anything. Maybe if we sell the clothes off our back? Where did my legs go? Did I sell those on accident? No. There we go. Wait a minute. Let's use our teleport here. We're going to go to Marauders Guild. Yeah. Our guild master has a task for us. All right. Who? Where? Rodenbar? I think that guy's downstairs, right? I believe he's downstairs. Run! Run for your life! You're not Brown Bar. You're Brown Bar. The Axe Master told me you'd be on your way. My name's Brown Bar. Good as it me to meet a new marauder. Now we axe wielders build strength and control by splitting boulders. That's right, our traditional method involves smashing a rock with your axe. But you can't use any old swing, you need to hit the rock just so. Rutgeim, a fellow marauder, is waiting just outside Zephyr Gate, by the bridge over the Rogue River. She'll tell you how it's done. Alright. Sounds like a plan. Let's teleport. Okay, yeah, we don't have enough money to even teleport. That's so sad. Alright, let's find them and get fighting. There they are. Greetings, lad. Ready to split some stone, are we? I have 3 nice hard rocks for ye to build a sweat on. Don't try nothing fancy now, just hit them with a good solid heavy swing. Got it. Where are those rocks? It's 1. 2. That's 3. That's the way to do it, lad. Now you've got the idea. Why don't we have at him a little harder with the heavy old swing of yours? Hold nothing back. Right? Sounds good. Do some more swinging. That's 1. That's 2. And that's 3. I can see you're a natural. My head's still ringing with the sound of cracking boulders. Take yourself back to Axe Master Wyronzen and let him know you're ready for something harder. Hey. Here we come. Wee. Oh man. And there we go. We're back. As the training loosened your muscles and focused your mind uplifted, an urgent request for help has arrived from the Red Rooster Steed, and I have chosen you to respond. It appears a hostile group of megalo crabs has unwittingly elected itself the next test of your prowess. As this is your first outing On official Marauder duty, you shall be accompanied by a veteran conjurer of the name Sulkweeb. She awaits you on the floor below. May devastation follow in your wake. Alright. Sounds good. Wait a minute. We gotta go below. Speak to them. There they are. Hi, Uplifted. I know who you are. My brother often has me escort his fledgling marauders on their more dangerous tasks. I suppose Warezen expects me to give you the details then. Very well. It seems the farmers need us to clear a megler crab nest near the Mourning Widow in Lower Lanosea. I shall trust you find your own way there. Just don't forget your axe. Alright. Sounds good. There we go. Alright, let's make our way to the Summerford Farms. Wait, do we have our present yourself to sir? We have level 5 armor? Interesting. We gotta go to Lower Lanosea. Well, let's try and talk to this guy first and see, we'll see what we can do here. Wait, sir. I have to tell you about your future. Let's have a look at you, shall we? Oh, as long as you're this well covered, I won't feel any guilt throwing you to the sharks. Erstwhile buccaneers are an ornery lot. They rage in the love for the sea and care for little laws of the land. But they respect strength, and by the looks of you, I say you'll have little trouble getting their attention. Nice. Let's get the bronze war axe. Ah, Max. That aura of confidence tells me you've not been idle since we last met. I hope I've read you all right. For I have a task that requires the attention of a capable adventurer. Might that adventurer be you? Of course it is. And I need the money. Of course. Good to hear. Then I shall lay before you the sorry tale. Well, hurry up. You will have heard rumors of the abductions. Citizens have been disappearing from every corner of the Limsa Minsa, as if plucked from the face of Heidelin, boots and all, by an unseen hand. And what's this got to do with Summerford Farms, you might ask? Well, that remains to be seen. Okay, just right there. If it has nothing to do with this place, then why are you telling me? But it seems a collection of... I'm sorry, that's kind of rude. I apologize. But it seems a collection of right unsavory fellows with the azure tattooed faces have been creeping up to the edges of the fields and spying on my young woman. Now, I doubt anyone would enjoy being scrutinized by such savages at the best of times, but the farm hands are convinced that they're the kidnappers of rumor, come for their hides. Needless to say, they're beside themselves with worry, and their work suffering for it, which is the very last thing I need when my old crewmen are still getting used to their new jobs. 'Tis a struggle to get him to leave the farmhouse of a morning. That is, as they say, where you come in. Would you be willing to investigate these tattooed thugs for me? Of course. Of course. Good lad. The sooner we get to the bottom of this, the sooner this place will start to resemble a working farm again. I suggest you begin by having a look around. See Song Grotto. If reports are to be believed, our unwelcome visitors have occupied the place. Be careful though, Max. I couldn't say for sure what manner of miscreants we're dealing with there. If they are the kidnappers, well, just be on your guard, alright? Nice. That hurt. Okay, so we gotta go around here. I think they're down here, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe? Oh, they're not. Okay. So they're back here. They're definitely back here. Oh. It's gotta be like a cave or something. Here it is. Sorry, I'm just grabbing Lord of the Rings dungeon music. Dun 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 dun. You're about to enter an instance battle. Instance battles only occur during certain quests and missions. Take a moment to read the information displayed in the active help, blah, 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 blah. Proceed! We're not level 9, but here we go.
I am the waves that bear. I am the winds that guide.
Oh boy.
I am the evening stars. I am the morning sky. I am born of the sea, and there
I shall die.
thus reads the sailor's requiem, carved into yonder stone. Such words well describe the manner in which the citizens of Limsa Lominsa live their lives. It is both a litany against misfortune for those out on the waves, and a prayer that the souls of those who perish on land might find their way back to the sea.
Ooh. Interesting.
Ah, you are the adventurer I've seen around Summerford Farms. I thought myself on the trail of the kidnappers, but it would seem I have missed my mark.
Oh,
Or perhaps not.
okay. Oh my gosh, look at him go.
As I suspected, the etheric disturbance here is no natural occurrence. Nor is it a coincidence that the two of us should come here in search of those responsible for the disappearances, only to be attacked.
Definitely not a coincidence.
But who stands to benefit from the keeping of this secret? Oh, such thoughts must wait. Let us attend to the task at hand, unpleasant though it be.
Here we go. Let's fight. Come on. Come on. Can't stop us. We're gonna make it. Yeah, we did it. Woo! Let's go. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, he's dead. That's what you get.
Phew.
What's that? A crystal? Really? Hey. Wow. Another crystal. Okay. Another one for our collection. Nice.
Hear, feel, think.
Oh my gosh. Not this again. Also, what's up, pup? Welcome to the chat. It's raining hellfire. Ah. Oh my gosh. Dun, dun, dun.
Crystal bearer.
Hello? Crystal Bear? Who could that be? This music is a little too intense.
All
Oh, 1 second.
made one.
There we go.
A light there once was that shone throughout this realm,
That's better.
yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate.
Of course. We will deliver you from the fate
The
of death
power
and
to
darkness.
banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them.
A crystal added to our collection. Nice. Awesome. Shiny
By thy
rock.
deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart.
Oh, it's so bright. It's so bright. What the? They're like rockets blasting off away. Whoa, that's cool. That's so bright.
Go now, my child, and shine thy light on all creation.
All right, you got it, Rock Mom. Rock Mother.
Awake again? Are we?
Yes, we are awake. Nice.
Aha! The poor creature's fury was kindled with cruel forethought. See this blade? I found it in the Gubu's back. I have seen knives of this kind before. They are most commonly used for the cutting of rope.
Oh, cutting some rope,
It
are
would
we?
appear our culprits are seafaring men of some persuasion. Piratical being the most probable.
Okay, so maybe, just maybe, those two things are connected. Like that guy was saying. I forgot his name already. That guy we were talking to, he was saying that basically his seafaring men were getting kidnapped. And our guess, I guess, is that whoever's holding this sword or dagger, be it these creatures, I guess, are kidnapping them, maybe? We'll see.
In any event, you seem much recovered from your sudden affliction.
Yes.
I confess, I was rather taken aback when you collapsed at the very moment of our victory. Mayhap a surfeit of ether?
Mayhap. Perchance.
I beg
Is what
your
I said.
pardon. A towering crystal. I'm sure I don't... Oh! Well, well. This has been a day of unexpected revelations.
How so?
I must continue my investigation. In the meantime, I suggest you deliver this knife to your patron, along with a warning concerning the pirate's probable involvement in this murky business.
Okay.
The days ahead promise little rest, I fear. May our paths cross again, under the light of the crystal.
Yeah. The voice acting is really great, I will say. This is my second time playing through, at least up to level 2. I don't remember what level my other character is, but yeah, I used to skip all these cutscenes really fast, so now I'm going back and actually watching them. and streaming them so I can go back and watch them again. Because I have the worst memory of a goldfish, I swear. ARR has the worst voice acting. Sure it was something. Oh, okay. I don't know. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. It's growing on me a bit. It's nice because it's nice with the music in the background. I'm adding like Lord of the Rings, like, you know, music and stuff like that. The cinematic, I guess it ties it all together in a sense or something. It has its charm. It has its charm. I don't know. I'm not particularly fond, and this is not a diss or anything against like British voice actors, but I'm not feeling that particular voice actor, but at the same time, it's like, it reminds me of Lord of the Rings in a way, because a lot of the actors and actresses were kind of British, but they never like, they try to make it sound more American, but then there's also like the goblins were always British for some reason. I was like, bro. I could go on and on about it, but yeah. Heaven Sword changed the voice actors. Yeah, okay. From what I hear, the elf dude, everybody loved the elf dude before the change, and I kind of agree with it in a bit, in a sense. It does feel like the Brits always get a voice role and everything. They're so talented. I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to be hip, sarcastic in any way. Max, right. Glad I am to see you safely returned. My lads were all gabbing about, hearing what sounded like 7 hells breaking loose near the grotto. I feared I'd sent you to their death. Oh, they'd sent you to your death. If you were in the middle of that commotion, I hope it yielded something of interest. I hate to think you'd risked your life for naught. Alright, blunt sailor's knife handing over. See what he has to say about that. A blade pulled from the back of a creature you slew at the cave, eh? Hey, I'd agree that such a knife would be part of any seafaring man's kit. I'm starting to think that these ruffians are pirates, come to lure my farm hands back to a life of plunder. Chances are they didn't take kindly to your appearance on their doorstep, and set a maddened gaboo on you. A gaboo on you. Hey, the pirates have been adding to their numbers of late. I'd best warn the lads and lasses in my employ to be on guard against their schemes. You met someone else in the grotto, a woman with a strange contraption. Ah, Yetshotla? She's been in Limsa Lominsa for a good while now. Her studies of Aether often bring her out to Summerford, so her presence at the grotto is hardly unusual. She's an odd-looking lass, I grant you, but she's not the kind to associate with kidnappers. You may take my word for that. Where trust should be lacking is in those young men of mine who have yet to wholly relinquish their pirate past. The temptation to return to free and easy life of a buccaneer may prove too strong to resist, so they might be still pirates. You have my thanks, Max. If it weren't for the efforts of stalwart adventurers like yourself, this farm would be in far worse state than it is. You just keep on lending your talents to those in need, eh? Help bring Limsa Lominsa the brighter future she deserves. Nice. Alright. Here we go. Potion complete. And it starts raining. I do love me a good rain. Stalwart is up in arms as hired hands are nowhere to be found. Alright, let's check it out. That sea sloth Severin and his lot never around when there's work to be done. I'd sooner hire you for the sake of getting things done, but then the rapscallions would never learn. Round them up and let them know that Stalwern would like a word, and don't take no for an answer. Alright, sounds good. Up and down the clown. How's it going? What's going on, guys? Standing around holding our junk. Work. Ha. can't work when me hands are full lifting this mug. You know, I'd wager in me last gill, you'd never see what I'm drinking. You'd never guess what I'm drinking. Alright, I know what he's drinking. Swill water or swill wine? Let's say swill wine. Well, you're right about the swill part. I reckon it might be worth a day of doing Stalwern's chores if it'll afford me a taste of proper grog. Okay. There we go. We got one of them to get back on their job. Back to work. Let's see, I think there's some out here. If I'm not mistaken. Oh, there's one of them. Hey, what's going on? Groans. How am I supposed to work on an empty stomach? Go on, have a guess at what I had for breakfast. Breaded sticks or ash tuna? Let's do breaded sticks. Wow, gods, how'd you know? It's my breath, ain't it? It probably smells like wooden as the food tasted. But I know why you're here. I'd just as soon get some real food in me, but I ain't one to reject a summons from the captain. Alright. Nice. Nice, nice. Where's the other guys? I think there's some over here, I guess. It looks like we have an ad break coming up soon. So once that ad break comes through, we'll go ahead and take a pause and just kind of chill and maybe read some dad jokes and whatnot. Axes were made for splitting skulls, not stumps. You know what I did in my sailing days? Skirmishing or wonton slaughter? Wonton slaughter. You bet your beard I did, lad. Hey, those were the days. I reckon now I'll have to be satisfied taking my axe to the trees. Alright. Okay. You go ahead. Be Paul Bunyan. Chop those trees. With Babe, your ox, you know? Let's see, where's this guy? It's over here. Okay. So Stalwern sent you, and what do you reckon I say to that? Work is for the weak and witless. I've saucier seeds to sow. Work is for the weak and witless. He says, saucier seeds to sow. Damn right. Didn't get where I am by taking guff from any glorified gardeners, but suppose I could see what he wants to get him off my back. He's trying to protect you, man. Don't you understand? I think he might be one of the traitors, honestly. Severin. Hey, I'm Severin. You the old man's errand boy now? Tell my dear old captain not to wet his britches. I'll be along. Oh, and so we're clear? I don't care for landlubbers. Go find the chocobo you rode in on and ride out. I think it's him. It's probably him. I feel like it might be him. Ah. Hello. Hello, Captain. Good to see you again. Ah. Alright, we got 20 seconds. Alright, we're gonna pause here. Don't worry, you guys. We're not going anywhere. We'll sit down on the ground here for a minute. Hey, Captain. It's good to see you. We'll be back in a minute. We got ads. While the ads are going, we're gonna do some... We are going to do some, whatchamacallit? Dad jokes. Let's do some dad jokes. Let's see. Dad jokes, or we'll just do some jokes in general. Joke book. Joke book. Ah, yes. All right. Let's see. Computer jokes. No, it's okay. Let's do. Okay. 100 best jokes of all time. Here we go. We've got about a minute and we've got about a minute and 52 seconds. Let's get some jokes. All right. So how do you make a tissue dance? Put a little boogie in it. Yeah, that's a good one. What grounds did the police arrest the devil? They got him on possession. That's good. That's very good. Let's see. Why don't pirates take a shower before they walk the plank? They just wash up on shore. These are great. Love these. How many telemarketers does it take to change a light bulb? Only one, but he has to do it while you are eating dinner. So true. It's so true. What did one fish in a tank say to the other fish in the tank? Do you know how to drive this thing? Oh, man. Okay. Let's see. I'm sorry. Okay, our ads are over. It looks like everyone is back. Let's get back to the Final Fantasy here. Don't worry, that the bad jokes will come back. Don't worry, they'll come back. All right. Stilwarn, you got a mission for us? You continue to impress, lad. All but Severin are accounted for. Ah, yes, that's right. Yeah. I love it. That was good. It's no fault of yours, he squirmed out. I've let that worm wriggle through my fingers more times than I can count. But rest assured, the next time I see him, I'll put him squarely in the dirt, where all such worms belong. Nice. Yeah. Awesome. Stilwarn, double dealing. Stilwarn worries his sack of oranges will not reach the Lathagran checkpoint as planned. Alright. Pains me to say, but all the gil in the world can't buy loyalty. There are some, like you, who can be trusted, but then there are others. Until now, I've had no choice but to rely on that charlatan Severin, even though I am full aware that he's been doing shady deals behind my back. More than once I've heard tell of improper trading with goblins. I wouldn't be the least surprised if that were happening right now. Not a bell ago, a sack of oranges vanished, as did Severin. I want you to find and confront that bastard for me, Max. I'm sure there's wrongdoing afoot, so be sure to doubt anything that's coming out of his mouth. Alright, you got it. Let's go. Ow, my legs are broken. Let's go. Adventure is out there. Gotta take a right here. Fate joined. We don't have time for a fate. We're on a mission. Ow. Alright, they are beating me up. Ouch. Sorry guys, maybe next time. On the road again, can't wait to get on the road again. Hey, there's the sack of oranges. What's up, Severin? Bloody hells, I'm up the strait without a paddle. Let's doubt him. Slash doubt. What's going on? You better tell me why those sack of oranges aren't... What's this now? Stalwarn sent you for the oranges, huh? So the old bugger had known all this time. Arg, what does it matter anyway? Listen, you're the one whose goody-goody adventuring types have... Okay, let me read. Listen, you're one of those goody-goody adventure types, right? Go rescue me mates from those double-dealing goblins. They're just over yonder by the bonfire. Alright. Go get them. Hey, what's going on here? Oh my gosh. They're trying to blow us up. Wake up, guys. Wake up. I owe you one. Would have gotten away myself if it weren't for Severin shoving me aside. Oh no. Oh boy. Severin sent you? Ha. The way he flew out of here, I was sure he'd sold us down the river. Wow. That's messed up. If you hadn't come, my dodo would have been cooked. Cooked dodo. Okay. Guy. Alright, Severin, you got some explaining to do, man. I'm gonna doubt him. What's going on? You saved me, mates, and for that I owe you. Suppose I should be ashamed I couldn't clean up my own mess. But a pirate knows no shame. I have no qualms about going back on my word. I'm only giving you this sack because I like the cut of your jib. Take it to Asin and send him my regards. Well, alright. We'll take your sack of oranges, even though this is like 3 sacks of oranges. Alright. Sounds good. It's okay. It's fine. This is fine. A little cute lost lamb right there. I think so cute. Alright, Asin. Here is your 3 sacks of oranges you requested. What have we here? A delivery from Summerford Farms as scheduled? Huh. There's a first time for everything. There you go. Sacks of oranges. Well, look at that. Not a single one missing either. About the only things not here are those bagmen, and I don't miss them one bit. Here's Stalwarn's payment in full. With you, I can trust it'll reach him. Well, thank you. Of course you can trust me. I'll definitely not take that money and go buy some ice cream. Maybe. Maybe I will. Maybe. No, I won't. I won't do that. I think they're questioning Severin as well. The person on the road. Ah, yes. Rohan. Music. Just want to get some good adventuring music, you know? Oh yeah, there we go. That's the stuff right there. Ah yes, indeed. Back in one piece. That's a relief. How did you fare, Max? Ah, this is what I'm aiming for. Looks to be all I was owed. All right, though. I'd be telling you false if I claimed I had not held out more hopes, though, for Severin. I was even willing to overlook skimming off the top. But to sell us short in favor of those godforsaken goblins? Ugh. You'd do well to mind yourself around that 2-guild cheat. If he'd leave his own mates for dead, there's no telling what he'd do to you. Alright. Get one of these here. Nice. Level up. Awesome. There we go. Oh wait, he had another mission for us. Oh no, it was Gurkant. Here we go. Gurkant seeks fertile soil to improve the yields of his newly plowed fields. Low maintenance. Alright. Blast. At this rate, the crops will never be ready for harvest. If only we had black loam. Just a bit could send our stocks roaring. I'll bet Rudweda knows where you might find some. Perhaps you may pay her a visit in the orchard. Of course. 360 and break my legs. As always. So I know we just passed her, which is my bad. There we go. Hello there. That Gurkant's got a head of cabbage if he thinks I'm fetching him any black loam. But if you dare to pinch some from the crock pot, then... oh, the cook pot, then be my guest. Just mind you, don't get trampled upon by the Aurochs that dwell there. Once you've 3 bushels worth, take the black loam to Prefoy at the tiller's rest. He'll know what to do. Alright. Sounds good. Obtain the black loam in the cook pot. Sounds like a plan. Randomly taking pictures, you know? Whoops. There we go. Let's get that. The once gentle aurochs living in the cookpot have grown bold since the arrival of a bull known as the Minius. Slay the beast and show the other creatures who it is they should truly fear. Alright. Well, wait a minute. We're not here for all that. Okay, it looks like they want to fight. Alright, we'll give them a fight. Come on. You want to fight? Let's go. Come on. Oh, we might die. Oh, come on. We might have to escape. Wait a minute, we have potions. What am I saying? Aha! That's what's happening. Oh boy. Come on. Well, thank you. We did it. That's right. Awesome. It's always good to have help. Thank you so much. That's awesome. It's always fun to find people out here, you know? I think that's it. Yep, that is the rest of it. Awesome. Nice try. Oh, we can't get up there. Oh no. Ah, we're supposed to go this way anyways. Whoops. All right. Looks like we are at the place where we need to be. Arg, even the weeds are wither and die in the desolate dirt. There you go, black loam, as requested. But a bit of this black loam ought to change all that. I haven't seen any in ages. Gathering black loam's not for the weak of will, not for the weak of stomach, eh? Oh, don't tell me the Gurkant and Rutwidda Neglected to mention where the black loam comes from. Well, surely you figured it out on your own. From the cloying stench. Comes from the Uruk's lair of all places. Ahem. Well, why dwell on who misled whom about what? What matters is that your efforts have brought us back the black loam, and we can expect a bountiful harvest as a result. Thank you. Take the leather wristbands here. Awesome. Oh, we got the beast gauge. Nice. Let's get our HUD real quick. Grab that beast gauge, throw it down here. That's better. Prefwall needs stolen farm tools recovered. Confounded pirates, they know nothing of tillin', only killin', stealing our shovels to melt and forging an axe of all things. I mean, they're biting the hand that feeds them. The mangy mongrels, I'd love to teach those curs a lesson in obedience myself. If I hadn't sworn to Stelwarren that I wouldn't fight no more. So I need you to bring back our farm tools and make sure those dogs reap what they've sown. Alright, you got it. I'll go and teach them a lesson. My name isn't Max. UpliftedMax. Teach these guys to stay uplifted. Why are you on top of a rock, man? Yo, nice mask. Anyways, time to fight. Come on. You wanna fight? I'll take you all on. All right, I think it's time to leave. Well, we did it. I think we got the stuff back, the tools and whatnot. Wonder what those sea dogs will try and steal when there's no harvest. I wonder what as well. Let's get some of this going again. Ah, good to see the tools back and in serviceable condition, which will be more than what we can say of Severin when we get our hands on him. The wretch likely had a role in the theft. Spied him meeting the pirates in secret, I did. I couldn't care less that the wastrel wouldn't work, but when he consorts with the cut purses that take our tools away, he's crossed the line. Stelwarren ought to know what sort of scallywag he's dealing with. take word to him, would you? Alright, we shall take word to Staleward. Honestly, I should learn how to take the bridges and the main roads rather than going off the beaten path, but honestly, it's kind of fun. It's a little adventure in these adventures. Adventures within adventures, the adventureception. Oh man. Alright, Staleward. Pirate's making off with our tools. Prywall did well to not take matters into his own hands. Last thing I need is blood on my crops. But I'll be damned if Severin thinks that he can take us for fools. His treachery won't go unpunished. I've come to expect a great deal from you, lad, and you've never once let me down. Yet, what I'd ask of you now goes beyond aught I've asked before. Would you hear my plea all the same? Delwyn has reason to believe Severin is up to no good. Something must be done. Alright, what you got? It eases my mind to have your ear. You're no doubt familiar with that scoundrel Severin by now. Well, the scheming scapegrace is at it again. Since that letter came for him, he's been skulking about in that manner he does when he's up to no good. Now he's rounded up his rogues and buggered off, with nary a word to anyone. I've grown accustomed to his insolence, but something tells me this is different. It ain't exactly damning, but when last I had words with him, he didn't look defiant so much as hunted. I can't help thinking he's gone looking for trouble and found more than what he wanted. So, I was hoping you might hunt his sorry hide down and drag it back here before it's too late. Of course. No problem. The ungrateful little cur bites me every chance he gets, but I can't quite bring myself to cut him loose. I suppose he reminds me a bit of my younger self. Ah. Suffice it to say, I'd rather he didn't come to a sticky end. As for how to find him, I'd try asking Grinwetta at the Aetherite. She was the last one to see him. I dare say she'll be able to tell you where he was headed. I dare say. Quest accepted. Ah, yes. Grinwetta. Nothing that passes through these gates escapes my notice, except for Severin. I saw the Rouser and his rabble set out for Woad Whisper Canyon not long ago, singing about drinking themselves stupider. Cheeky sods said I should join them. I told them I'd rather shrivel up than sip whatever it was that had pickled their brains. If you'd find the idle swine, be sure and give him a cuff around the ear for me, would you? Alright. You got it. Where are we going? Alright. Ah, yes. We are on the road again. Oh, yeah. Getting comfy. Getting real comfy. Some sips of water here, you know? Excuse me. That was some good water. Ah, yes. Very nice. Beautiful waterfall. Whoa, are you okay? Of all the dirty, deceitful, downright dastardly deeds that slippery bastard's done. Claiming to take the lads out for a drink only to lead us straight into a bloody trap. It don't get no lower than that. Of course, I've learned to stay a step ahead of old Severin, so I was ready, but the others weren't so lucky. You've got to help them. Alright. I shall. I shall. Are you okay? Let me help you up by reaching into your back. My axe may has, well, been a white flag for the good it did. Hope you fare better, or the sorry bastards in there are done for. Alright, go help them out. Severin might have gotten us into this mess, but I ain't about to let him give his life for us. I'd sooner bow to a fishback than be in that conniving bastard's debt. To arms! Alright, to the battle! Here we go. A true knave, you betray even yourself, Severin. Ooh! We were prepared to overlook the matter of your desertion on the condition that you provided us suitable replacements. That was the agreement. Yet your latest change of heart leaves your debt to us unpaid. Few are they who betray the Serpent Reavers twice. You will not do so a third time. Cowering behind your protector will only delay the inevitable. Honorless wretch, your life is all you have left. And worthless though it will be, we shall take it. Somebody's watching us. O mournful voice of creation, grant ye this humble stone a soul, that it may wake to life. Okay. Alright. Okay. Here we go. We're gonna fight. Defeat the clay golem. Here we go. Come on. You wanna fight? You are strong, but are you strong enough to withstand this? Of course we are. Impossible. Never has the golem been so sorely tested. Take that. That's right. That golem could be vanquished. That man is no ordinary adventurer. Who was that? That was very odd. The snake slithered away. I am only glad he did not have the chance to sink his fangs more deeply into you. My head! Are we getting visions? Interesting. Those pirates do not belong to any of the known Leminson factions. Whom then do they serve? The Beast Tribes? Surely not. But the timing of their appearance coincides all too neatly with the recent surge in Sahagan and Kobold activity. Something is afoot. The question is, what? Indeed. Could it be that the tribes are planning to summon their primals? Ooh. 12 help us if it should prove so. Limsa would be hard-pressed to keep a single primal at bay, let alone two. But all is yet speculation. It must needs find evidence. Indeed. Excuse me. The seas continue to rise, while the lesser moon continues to fall. And ilm by ilm, the world becomes ever more unlike itself. It is as Lusso foretold. The coming of chaos has rendered the laws of nature immutable, blurring the boundary between the material and ethereal planes. Little now stands between us and the primals. But they are not here yet. Though time be against us, hope shall never be on our side. Oh. Though time be against us, hope shall ever be on our side. Never did the creed of Charlayan ring more true. Alright. Never did I dream that I would possess the means to see Aether. Yet now that I do, I do begin to take it for granted. How swiftly do the wonders of Charlayan seem commonplace. Here, for you. Have you come for the festivities? Today the Maelstrom officially makes that great hole in the sea its training ground. Join in the celebrations. Wait, a disturbance in the ethereal flow, but whence does it emanate? Seasong Grotto, perhaps? Interesting. Huh. What have we here? Can you walk? His eye, regrettably. No, he eluded me. Understood. I will inform the commandor. You collapsed from your exertions. Are you suitably recovered? Severin here has apprised me all of what transpired. His account shed some light upon how you came to be attacked by a golem of all things. A golem is a mindless automaton. A golem is a mindless automaton, inert save when commanded to be otherwise. Common pirates could not hope to control such a thing, so arcane are its workings. What then? These tattooed wretches are no common pirates. They are the minions of the Sahagin. As to their purpose, well, I shall get to the bottom of it. But first, I must escort Severin back to his place of employment. I dare say Stalwern will be wondering what has become of him. And you too, for that matter. I will bear word to him of your preservation. but I am certain he would like to thank you in person. Pray pay the man a visit. You got it. As he told you, as he told me of you, but perchance, did he not tell you of me? My name is Yeshtola. 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 Yeah, Yeshtola. Okay. I am a naturalist of sorts, surveying the aether in the hope that it might offer up some clue as to our predicament. I'd say I'd owe you my life, but that don't cover it. If it weren't for you, my friends would be dead and all. It's a debt I can never repay, but I'll not make things worse by running away. Take me to Summerford Farms, and I'll face the consequences. You got it. For reasons I cannot fathom, you seem, forgive me. Mayhap we shall have a chance to speak again when I have marshaled my thoughts. Until our paths cross again, farewell. Okay. Man, this story is wild. Oh, that guy's a level 50. He's like a giant lizard. Shield and a sword. Alright, we're headed back to Summerford Farms. Alright, let's go see what we got. And let's take Severin back to the Stalwern individual. Alright, here we go. Lo, I knew you'd return. Yeshtola delivered Severin a bit ago. Tales of your heroic deeds precede you. The rest came shuffling back too, a lot of them sporting the same haunted expression. It's me who to blame for that and the rest. I was once a serpent reaver. Thrall to the Sahagin, 7 hells. Reavers may look and sound and act like pirates, but they're not. But the fishbacks flunkies. I think he understands that now. Us pirates ain't much for laws, but there's things we won't do. We've got a code, see? But the Reavers never followed a word of it. A few years back, they started snatching law-abiding Laminsons. I'd only just taken my oath when our captain bent the knee to his new Sagahen Sahagin masters. I knew I had to get away. So I crept off one night, got myself a new name, and found myself a new home. Summerford Farms. Trouble is, secrets don't stay secret for long, round here, and word soon spread, all the way back to the sea. The penalty for desertion is death, but the Reavers offered me a way out instead, my freedom exchange for my mates. The letter. I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't bloody thinking, too busy soiling myself. But you got there in the end, didn't you? When the time came, you made the right decision. The men say little to me, but I hear 'em talk of how you stood up to the Reavers at the last, of how you tried to give your life to save theirs. Be that as it may, no deed, however good, can atone for the crime of betraying your brethren. I know that I do. That's why I'm going to hand myself over to the Yellow Jackets. I'll bring shame to the farm no more. You'll hear no arguments from me. Each man must sail according to his own moral compass. I just hope yours guides you back here someday. There will always be a place for you here at Summerford Farms, lad. And I'll always be in your debt, Stilwern. Aw. I owe you a debt too, Uplifted. Not once have you let me down. Thank you for saving the men of my farm. If I could ask for one more favor of you, it'd be this. Tell Badarin what's happened, from start to finish. I'm certain he'd put in a good word for Severin if he knew the whole story. And he's one of the few people I know who the Yellow Jackets will listen to. Well, I've reckoned that I've asked all I can possibly ask of you. Safe travels, son. Aw, you called me son. Thanks, Dad. I'll make you proud. Yeah. Well, time to go back to Limsa. Lominsa. All right, let's go talk to Badarin. All right, here we go. Bloody hells, life on the farm ain't quite how I pictured it. But ye needn't worry yourself over young Severin. The Yellow Jacket as ends out the punishments is a good mate of mine. If I ask, I'm nice. I'd reckon he'd be willing to commute the lad's sentence from Angen to Keelholland. Kindly gent that he is. Now it sounds to me like you've done everything old Stelwern asked of ye, and no more, and more, just to find me generous finder's fee in the process. Much obliged, lad. As for a reward, well, she's a lonely lady, this drowning wench of mine. Oh, ye'd fancy keeping her company for a spell, with free room and board. Venturins and trying business after all. Them as don't rest their bones every now and again tend to end up with broken ones. And take it from me, fighting ain't nearly as so much fun when you're nursing a shattered arm. Got that good. There'll always be a free bed for ye, so make use of it. In rooms now available. Nice. Not that you'll have much time for lying around. What with levs ye be doing? Oh, didn't I mention? I'm putting your name down for levs. Our guild draws all manner of clients, offering all manner of odd jobs. Honestly, you'd be amazed how much folk pay to avoid doing an honest day's labor. Don't I know? Just give Tomokuri a shout whenever you feel like making a few extra gil. She'll always have some task or other fair to do. Guild levs now available. Nice. Oh, and it's all above board, in case you're wondering. We're careful to stay on the Admiral's right side and near. Unlike some pirates I could mention, I tell ya, if it turns out they'd ought to do with them kidnappings, there'll be 7 hells to pay. A proper bleeding, reckon. Mayhap that's what Limsa needs, no. Mayhap that's what Limsa needs, though. On rough seas, sometimes ye've have to rock the boat to right it. But we'll have time for such talk when you're well and rested. Till then, enjoy the wench's hospitality. Just desserts. Complete. Yeah, let's go. You now have access to recommendations. This feature displays a list of quests or duties that are currently available, and we'll check that out when we need to. Well met, lad, and welcome to the Drowning Wench. Yeah. Consider me place your home away from home. This town's famous for letting any bugger and for doing naught to stop 'em leaving, so you'd best get used to dealing with free spirits. Most folks still recovering from that thrice damned calamity, though, and are in sore need of your venturing talents. Do your best to put things right, and I'll do me best to help ye out when ye need it. But Darren, the proprietor of Drowning Wench, has a suggestion to put you on the road towards new adventures. Oh, how do you fare, Uplifted? Rested and ready to expand your horizons? Well then, I've got an idea where you might try heading next. Ave, have you heard of the skylift out in the middle Lanosea? If ye've ever visited the Woad Whisper Canyon, then ye must been up and down the thing at least once. It's that big bleeding scaffolding attached to the descent. You've likely seen the lads and lasses out there using it to haul cargo up the cliff face and hard labor that. And I hear they could use an enterprising soul to pick up the odd jobs what no other bugger has time to deal with. Track down the aid of the operation, bloke by the name of Wickrit, and he'll be sure to put you to work on a task or two. Okay. Sounds good. Where? Hold on a minute. Greetings, I'm one of the smiths, a stoker of fires and forgers of futures. As a dedicated member of the Adventurers Guild, I've been entrusted with the task of providing assistance to new adventurers. I see you have but recently taken up the adventurer's mantle. The possibilities stretching out before you must be positively daunting. In the Adventurers Guild, we seek new adventurers as fledgling heroes. You are new champions of tomorrow, our nascent stars of limitless potential. My fellow smiths and I are here to provide you with our guidance, but the guild also enlists a cadre of veteran adventurers who will happy to share with you their accumulated wisdom. You can recognize these helpful men and women by their title of mentor. Mentors stand ready to advise you on any aspect of adventuring. They have hundreds of quests under their belts and will be likely to have a solution for whatever dilemma might be causing you trouble. A mentor may even offer you company on your adventures. I highly recommend that you take any advantage of a mentor's aid to enrich your experiences in Eorza. Pray do not hesitate to ask me if you would like to know more. The new adventurer status is applied to all players who have recently begun their adventures in Eorza. Amongst the Eorza thriving population, there are seasoned players known as mentors. Yep. Okay, cool. Awesome. Cool. That is very cool. Very sweet. Okay, let's speak with these individuals. The skylift. So that's middle Lanosea. All right, let's head out there. All right, we've got an ad starting in 4 minutes here. Break my legs real quick. There we go. The legs are broken. Alright, we've got about 2 minutes. Darren sent you out here, did he? And then consider yourself welcome at the skylift. Look at the bloody cliff, will ye? One blast of fiery hell from that huge dragon was all it took to split the ground in half. Cargo still needs to get through, though. So, this mess of wood and pulleys was our solution to the problem. Well, one of them at least. If the gods were kind and they ain't, I'd have about a dozen more workers to handle me growing list of headaches. So we'll take these trousers. Where a skylift operator needs you to recover a cargo load abandoned by a terrified wagon driver and deliver to its intended recipient. Glad I am to see you again, lad. A wagon driver just returned in a great bloody hurry, screaming about some monstrosity what sprang out from a millicorn seedling in his cargo. Seems the gutless bastard tossed it over to the side before turning tail and running for his life. I need ye to head down the road, recover that seedling, and deliver it to Lyuf over at Swift Perch in western La Nosea. Whatever he pays for ye for the cargo is yours to keep. After all, I don't rightly know what else is lurking inside the plant, and ye deserve to be rewarded for your troubles. Oh, and ye'll also find an aetheryte in Swift Perch, so the journey should be worth your while. All right. So that's all the way up there. Okay. Now don't worry, y'all. I can see that the ad's going to start in 30 seconds. Once it hits 1 second and the ad starts, we're going to do a bit of dad jokes, and then yeah, that'll be that. We got some people fighting us here. There we go. Okay, let's sit down here. We have an ad starting soon. Alright. We are chilling. Alright, I got some jokes for y'all. Let's do this. Okay. Did you hear about the guy? Alright, here we go. Did you hear about the guy who got the left side of his body amputated? He's alright now. What should you do if your puppy isn't feeling well? Take him to the dog tour. Huh? 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 Those are good. What do you call a girl with no eyes? A girl. A girl? GRL? A girl? Girl. Where do birds stay when they travel? Someplace cheap. Did you hear about the worst zoo in the world? It only has one dog. It's a real shit zoo. Oh man. What did the toilet What did one toilet say to the other? You appear a bit flushed. Why are most people tired on April 1st? They've just finished a 31-day march. That one was pretty good, I would say. Why aren't lobsters generous? Because they're selfish. No, check that. It's not because they're selfish, it's because they're shellfish. Why did Mozart kill all of his chickens? When he asked who the best composer was, they all replied, Bach, 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 Bach. I thought those were pretty good. Alright, we got a couple more while we're waiting. How do you light up a sports stadium with a soccer match? Where do sheep love to go vacation? The Bahamas. Why do historians call the early Middle Ages the Dark Ages? Well, there were a lot of knights. That was pretty good. Let's see. Why did the employee go to work on stilts? Because he wanted a raise. I thought that was pretty good. All right. Well, it looks like we are back. Nice. Nice. Okay, we're back. Pick up this millicorn seedling. One minute. Where's our music here? We got him. Oh, you want some more? I'll give you some more. That's what happens. All right. Okay. Deliver the millicorn seedling to this guy in Swiftbridge. Okay. So we gotta run this way. Grab some water while we're chilling here. That was good. That was some good water. Western La Nosea. A place for Westerners. Oh wow, look at that. What a beautiful sight. That was amazing, you know. Where's our chocobo friend? attune to this aetheryte. Okay, 1 second. Has Nemia herself forsaken this desolate land? Though I understood there were risks in gambling my entire fortune on a crop of millicorn, I at least expected the seedling to be delivered before disaster struck. Handing over the seedling. There you go. Is that my millicorn seedling? Oh, joyous day. It may seem a paltry beginning, but the yield of this particular variety of crop plant is nothing short of astonishing. As you have undoubtedly noticed, Swift Perch lacks a certain, shall we say, vital energy. Thus, I mean to restore a modicum of hope to its residents by growing a veritable ocean of corn. You, sir, seem fit to burst with vim and vigor. Might I persuade you to abide a while and help nurture this alien settlement? All right, thanks a million. Thank you, thank you. All right. Freolorf, a yellow jacket on guard duty in Swift Perch, wants you to visit the Brewer's Beacon and investigate the reason behind the waning light. You there, adventurer, cast your eyes towards the Brewer's Beacon. Does the light not seem uncommonly weak? It cannot possibly be bright enough to guide the ship sailing in the bay. I would march over to the lighthouse and investigate myself, but I am duty bound to remain to my post. I would consider it a favor if you would make a visit to the Brewer's Beacon and see if aught has befallen Consuise, the lighthouse keeper. Alright, you got it. So we gotta go that way. Ah. Nice. Excuse me, coming through. Ye say a yellow jacket sent ye here? Me light's grown dim, has it? Well, o' course it bloody has. The bomb what fuels me furnace has up and buggered off, ye see. If I don't get that beacon fixed up soon, there'll be trouble on the water. I know you're just the messenger, lad, but I can tell a venture when I see one. I'm going to need ye to chase down that bomb and bring back a claw what ye ripped from its smoldering corpse. Take this here iron brazier and set her down in the middle of the flock, somewhere near the scarecrow, I'd say. Ye get a nice fire going, and that frisky bomb will soon be about. Watch ye don't singe your eyebrows, lad. Alright, sounds good. Yeah, we got some key items there. Nice. There we go. Lighten up the iron brazier. There we go. Oh boy. Get over here. Got him. All right. Gotta deliver the bomb back. Stay out of my way. All you need to do is take down that runaway bomb and bring me one of its little claws. Alright. Bomb claw, handing over. Ah, ye got the ashy bastard, did ye? Once I put this little firecracker in the furnace, that should keep things running for a while. I had myself a bit of a look while ye was gone, and Limlayan cursed me if the furnace weren't all bent and broken. Small wonder that bloody bomb was able to escape. Patched things up best I could, but ain't no smithy. Ain't no smitty. Ye might want to have a chat with the yellow jacket friend of yours in Swift Perch and have him pass the word back to someone in Limsa. Right. We shall do so. The furnace is damaged, is it? Very well, I shall write up the relevant reports, but these repairs must needs be effected without delay. It seems I have another favor to ask of you, adventurer. Take yourself straight away to the Armorers Guild in Limsa Laminsa and explain the situation to Forge Master Hunza. Yeah. Alright, I'm going back to Limsa. Here we go. Wonderful. Wonderful. Forge Master. Alright, that would be... Try going to the Aft Castle. There we are. Furnace in the brewer's beacon needs repairs. By Greg's beard, I just sent someone out to tinker with it not a week's past. Mayhap the bomb Kanswees had trapped in there was a touch too volatile. I'll have an artisan visit the lighthouse and pay special attention to reinforcing the casing of that furnace. Your work here is done, adventurer. May the navigator guide you on your journeys. Alright. Well, thank you. Forge Master Nyaz Henaza, head of Naldik and Vilmirs, wants you to assist with the workload over at the Morbi dry docks. What say you to taking on some work from Naldik and Vilmirs? We've a great hulking warship to build and could certainly use the extra hand for any number of tasks. For your first job, I need you to run this missive over to Atbrim, the head shipwright at Morbi dry docks. We forge most of the ship's bits and pieces here at the Armorers Guild, but the actual construction takes place at the docks found in south of Lower Lanosea. That's also where you'll find the main offices of Naldik and Velmelis. The Morbi dry docks is one of Limsa Lominsa's most important districts, at least as far as I'm concerned, and I'm sure you'll not regret attuning yourself to the area's aetherate. If you've no confidence in your sense of direction, you'd best be served making use of the Chocobo Porter's first floor of mizzen mast, in case you were wondering. Should you choose to make the trek on your own 2 feet, leave the city through the Tempest Gate and follow the road south. May the navigator guide your steps. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Give me 1 second. We'll be right back after these messages. Hi y'all, sorry about that. We are back and ready to continue. It looks like we can investigate this megala crab nest. Huh. Looks as if nobody's home. Mayhap they knew we were coming? Aid! I need aid! Please, it's my grandson. Them snippers have got him. I told Sigurd not to get too close. I told him. Oh. Get that weapon ready, Uplifted. We need to move now. You got it. Here we go. Commence the battle. Ah, bugger and shite. Get away from me, you bloody great bastard. Here we go. I bet you didn't expect this to be put on. Here we go. Come on. Take all of you on. There we go. Wonderful. Nice try. Come on. Take care of those crabs. Some of these bastards are harder than the damn boulders. That's funny. We got him. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Thank you, mister. I thought I was dead for sure. Can't even play outside no more. What with all these creatures and whatnot? But I bet you could beat it. Hey, make it pay for what it did to me, folks. You take it easy now, son. There's a whole guild full of strapping lads and lasses like Uplifted here who will be glad to do just that. You have my word. All you need to do is head home with your grandpa. You let us worry about that nasty bugger. Come on now, Sonny, let's go home. Consider your first duty a success, Uplifted. It's time you headed back as well. Before Wires On begins to worry, I've left your corpse for the crabs. Of course. Feels good to be back on the road again, honestly. Wait a minute. Okay. Does look like there is there's a porter there, so we could grab that porter and maybe get a ride back. Maybe get a ride back to the Limsa, you know. There he is. Up, Chocobo Keep. There we go. Be attuned to the 8th rate. You have a missive for me from the Forge Master. I assume it pertains to the pending arrival of the materials I ordered over a moon past. Let's see it then. There you go. Blast and botheration. Another delay. I am well aware of the shortage of skilled artisans, but this is insufferable. My apologies. The messenger does not deserve to bear the brunt of my frustration. Might I have your name? Uplifted, is it? Well, Uplifted, this proud maiden you see taking shape before you is the victory. First new vessel to grace the docks since the calamity. We may have lost the bulk of our ships that fateful day, but starting with this beauty, we will restore the Maelstrom's fleet to its former glory. The victory is more than a simple warship. It is a symbol of Limsa rebirth from the wreckage brought by the coming of the 7th Umbral Era. Thus, we are striving to complete her construction as swiftly as possible, even going as far as to hire veteran shipwrights from outside the thalassocracy. Yet, even with such unprecedented measures, there are never enough hands to handle the abundance of tasks. Should you choose to linger at the docks for a time, there is no end of odd jobs for a hard-working adventurer. Be you fair warned, there is no place there here for layabouts and troublemakers. All right. Iridium is looking for a member of his crew and the items he was supposed to deliver. Where in the seven hells is that man? Not once in 12 moons has he been late with the shipment, and now 2 whole turns of the sun without a single word. Shipwright of mine. A young man named Beryls Mid recently left Candlekeep Quay to retrieve several crates of supplies ordered from Limsa, but has yet to return. I sent several missives to Haldbroa, but his replies are always the same. He does not recall ever seeing the right, nor the supplies he was scheduled to collect. That man knows something, and I severely doubt he is telling me the whole truth. As I cannot leave my post, I would ask you to travel to Candlekeep Quay in my stead, and inform Haldbroa that if he insists on playing these games, I will personally see that he is transferred to Turtleback Island, where he could rot alone in the middle of the sea for eternity. Dang, that's crazy. That is wild. All right. So we gotta go doubt this man. Oh man, what it is to doubt others. Well, should we go up the hill or should we go down here? Yeah, let's go down here. Why not? Hey, what's going on, Haldbroa? Does that self-righteous dog Atbrim doubt that I've never told him anything less than the truth? Of course. Turtleback Island? He cannot do that, can he? I swear on my poor Nana's grave, Navigator rest her soul, I know not of this Friss Mead nor his precious supplies. Hells. We here at the quay have had enough trouble these past few suns, what with sinking of the Lamensin cargo ship off the Salt Strand. I haven't had the time to take a proper piss, let alone make note of every scrag that wanders off in the grip. Dang. Sounds like he's got it tough too. Haldbroa has a suggestion for the kind adventurer who came bearing Foreman and Brem's message. Now, the way I see it, if you have time to be standing here questioning my character, then you most certainly have the time to get that arse of yours down to the Salt Strand and help us search for the survivors of the wreck. Who knows, you may just run across this frail smeared everyone seems so eager to find. Here's to hoping the Navigator hasn't found him first. Alright. Sounds good. Let's go. Let's see. I believe it's this way. Hey, you over there. Are you okay? Hey, I'm Frelsmere. Yeah, say that the foreman's wondering on me whereabouts. I thought he might be. But yeah, ye must know, I cannot show me face at the dry docks until I've righted the terrible wrong I've caused. 2 nights past, I made the trip from the dry docks to Candlekeep Quay, just as the foreman asked. The seas were right rough, and the captain of the cargo ship was wary of bringing her too close to the cliffs, so I paid a few coins to the fisher to take me out to meet her. By the time we was halfway twixt shore and ship, the swells had risen to nigh on 10 yalms, and 'twasn't long before the waves had hold of us. Try as we might to steady the boat, nature's grip was too tight, and we was flung headlong into Lemonson Galley. When I awoke, both ships were gone, and the cargo I was to collect lay strewn across the salt strand. I's made every effort to salvage it, but the sands are crawling with quern, and I ain't a one with a sword. And now ye see why it is I cannot return to the dry docks. Alright. We searched the salt strand for survivors, and we found this dude. So we gotta find the wheel, the rigging, and the sailcloth among the wreckage. Alright. Excuse me, coming through. You wanna come fight? Let's go. Now if you'll excuse me, gotta pick up this wheel. On this way. Oh no. Come on. Fight me, if you dare. There we go. You want to fight too? Okay. I don't take pleasure in this. Goodbye. Sorry about that, man. Gotta go. No time to fight. That night, I was tossed into the sea like some doll of rags, and it weren't long afore the world round me faded to black as I slipped deeper into the abyss. But lo, the navigator wouldn't see me to the gates of the 7 hells, and I woke to find myself washed ashore. And here I's been ever since, waiting for a chance to salvage me master's cargo. Folded sailcloth, the brass helm wheel, and the knot of tangled rigging. Here you go. Take it to your master. The missing parts, I don't know how I can repay you. I'll deliver the supplies right away. But first I must stop by the quay, so I might pay me respects to the widow of the brave fisher who gave his life for a handful of coin. Could you tell a Brit, ma'am, that I'll be back at the dry docks by nightfall? Many thanks, adventurer, and will not forget this kindness. Of course. No problem. Yeah, we're doing well. Saving people some time, money, and time. And we're adventuring. Oh yeah. Oh. I'm sorry if that made you yawn. Bless you. Well, alright, let's go this way and talk to those shipbuilders and what have you. I think it's just through here. I'm relieved to hear that both Frismere and the supplies are unharmed, though it was foolish for him to believe that I would blame him for that which was obviously out of his hands. You see, there was no storm that day, and the seas here adjacent the dry docks were as calm as a slumbering child. This leads me to believe that the trouble the ships encountered off the Candlekeep Quay was of a less natural sort, the sort which the Sahagin have been known to conjure. Oh boy. That's not good. Victory Foreman at Iridium is considering recommending you for an important job involving the dry dock security. Uplifted. While I originally had doubts about your motives, you have repeatedly proven yourself an asset to Naldik and Vimelis. I still do not like you, but that does not mean I do not trust you. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Gim Thoda, head of the watch here at the dry docks, believes that pirates may be plotting an attack on the Victory, and she requires assistance investigating a group of unsavory individuals making camp nearby. I have recommended you for the task. Despite all Limsa Liminsa endured before, during, and following the calamity, the fact that there are still those who would turn their backs on the city-state so that they might line their pockets with a few handfuls of coin, just the thought of it sickens me. And me too. I'm pretty sick from that. Alright, so now we need to go speak with Gim Thota. Alright, Storm Captain, what do you got for us? Ah yes, I had a feeling you'd be the one that Brim had sent. Since you first arrived at the Morby dry docks, I have had my men watch you. Oh, there's no need to get angry. I make it a point to keep my eye on all those new to the area. It is simply protocol. And you'll be pleased to know that nothing incriminating was found. You appear to be a model citizen. That and the foreman seems to think somewhat highly of you, which I must admit is quite shocking. Wow. The man doesn't even trust his own mother. Very well then, I assume Brim informed you of what your task would entail. The pirates, we believe, are conspiring to raid the dry docks, were last seen making camp near an ancient stone called the Mark of the Spinner. I would have you approach the men posing as a lost adventurer and see if you cannot somehow learn of their intentions. Nagho, stationed near the gates, the rear gates, can provide you with an exact location of the camp. Okay. I'm gonna take a little second here and just, you know, just a bit of water, you know? That water is so good. Make sure you drink water, guys. Hey, Uplifted. Haha, I knew it. No more sardines for Gnag Ho tonight. I shall dine on the finest salmon of the peninsula. Why? Well, I had a little wager going with some of the other guards on who Abreem would recommend for the next job. My money was on you. Ah, the job. Yes, of course. If you follow the road past the gates to the southeast, you will eventually come to a barren cape with a single large stone, half buried in the cliff overlooking the seas. Followers of the 12 say it's a holy place dedicated to Nemea, the spinner. I'd be surprised if the pirates camped up there were aware of that, though. Okay, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Alright, let's go see if we can't confront these suspicious individuals. Disreputable pirate. How you doing? I'm giving ye to the count of 9 to step back on that path and carry your venturing arse back down to whatever rock you crawled out from under. Ye see, I's add it up to me ears with your type roaming the ills like they were yours to roam. It's getting to be that a man can I enjoy a mug of rum without some shite breathing outlander running up asking which is the way to the local government. 7 ills if I know I'm a bloody pirate. Damn it. Dell's balls. Once we have me boy back, I'm putting this forsaken piss hole of an island so far behind me. Ain't no one'll remember if I was ever here. Come on, Scrags, we've knives to sharpen. Okay, wow. Yikes. Yikes. Alright. We have returned, and we're going to report to them. Storm Captain. So the trespassers are indeed pirates, and they are indeed planning something. But what is this talk of getting me boy back? Getting me boy Jack. Jack Sparrow. Could it be that their target never was the victory? Something is not right, and I won't sit by idly waiting for those pirates to make their first move. I shall order increased patrols immediately. Thank you again for your help, Uplifted. It appears we were wise to put our trust in you. Well, thank you. I appreciate you guys. Toa, a captain of the watch at the Morby Drive docks, wishes your aid in dealing with potential intruders. I am concerned, Uplifted. It appears that the pirates I had you investigate are on the move. They creep ever closer to the dry docks, so I must assume they are meant to target the Victory herself. The ship is the symbol of everything Limsa Laminsa strives to become, and I will not allow these base scoundrels to lay a single finger upon her hull. We must apprehend them before they put their plans into motion, and you, Uplifted, are just the man to do it. Without your capable assistance, I fear the security of the dry docks cannot be guaranteed. Not moments ago, my guard submitted reports of suspicious activity in the area. Pray begin your efforts by listening to one of the accounts firsthand. It matters not whom you choose to speak with. But be sure to question either Erst at the front gate or Knagho at the rear. Any suspect saboteurs you encounter during the course of your investigation are to be interrogated. Report any and all findings directly to me. Alright, you got it. You got it. Yes, yes, ma'am, sir, them, they. I got you. Alright, here we go. Hail, adventurer. Glad to have another hand aboard to help shore up security. The gods know our reports would sit on Gimtora's desks gathering dust if it weren't for the assistance of those such as yourself. Speaking of reports, though, I saw one of those mangy pirates lurking around the cliff near Empty Heart. I'd take a closer look before he has a chance to cover his tracks. Okay. You got it. I believe it's up here. Wait. Excuse me. Well, hello there, shifty-eyed sailor. Bah, spotted me, did ye? Well, you're too late. What's to happen is already happening. Oh no. That's not good. All right, we're gonna take a short break here, and then give me 1 second here. Let me check something. Okay. All right, y'all. We will be back in a moment. Hope you guys stick around. We'll wait for the ads to we'll wait for the ads to end and then we'll come back. See y'all soon. Bye-bye. All right, let's do a bit of do a bit of jokes here. There we go. All right. All right, here's some bad jokes. What do you call a Frenchman in sandals? Felipe Flappe. Oh yeah. Knock knock. Who's there? Interrupting cow. Interrupting cow. Moo. That's pretty bad. If you're American when you go in the bathroom and American when you come out, what are you in the bathroom? European. These are great. If you're American when you go in the bathroom, yeah. That's crazy. That's some good stuff there. What did the fish say when he swam into a wall? Damn. These are great. What do you call a can opener that doesn't work? A can opener. Oh man. These are pretty bad. What do you get when you combine a rhetorical question and a joke? Nothing. There are 3 types of people in the world. Those who can count and those who can't. Did you hear about the Italian chef who died? He passed away. Oh man. 2 muffins were sitting in an oven. One turned to the other and said, "Wow, it's pretty hot in here." The other shouted, "Wow, a talking muffin." Oh no. I sold my vacuum the other day. All it was doing was collecting dust. Oh man. That's too good. Too good. Oh man. Alright. I believe the ads are done for now. Okay. Cool. Awesome, awesome. All right. Victory in peril. So you found me one of those pirates, did you? I knew you were the right adventurer to ask for aid. But what could these knaves be planning? What's to happen is already happening. Captain! Oh, trouble at the shipyard. Easy now, soldier. Who did this to you? Pirates, out of nowhere. Stuck me good. Gods below, we are not prepared for this. The pirates, soldier, how many do they number? Not sure. More than I can quickly count, seem to be carrying explosives. Explosives? There is no time to lose. Uplifted, you heard the situation. Make your way to the shipyard and engage these intruders. I will see to this man's wounds, then follow after. Make haste, now! You got it. Here we go. Let's go beat them up. Where are they? Oh, okay, they're right there. Are we not over there? Where are we? Oh, okay. I think we gotta get down there. Or are these the pirates? Oh, these are the pirates. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna get you. Not today. Ha ha ha. Never reckoned it'd be this easy. Still don't trust those slimy bastards, but their plan worked like a charm. Ah, what are you doing, you great bloody fool? Shut your trap, boy. This'll soon all be over. All that's left now is to blow this ugly pile of driftwood into splinters. Why would you do such a thing? Have you any idea how important the ship is or what it represents? Aye, and that's what makes it all the sweeter. Whatever it takes to knock some sense in me treacherous, backstabbing son. Imagine a boy o' mine giving up the pirate life to become a shipwright, and building a bleeding maelstrom vessel at that. What under Lilaman's wide green ocean made ye take up with these self-righteous shites? You're the one with no bloody sense, da. Don't you see? The pirates had their glory days, but that era is over. I wondered why Ed Brem never spoke of his father. Never would have thought. This ship's symbol outright of everything that went wrong with the world. And I mean to shatter it into 100,000 pieces. Wow. Dora, uplifted, pray beat the tar over this bloated sea slug and make sure no harm comes to the victory. Against your own dad? Wow. That's crazy. That is wild. Alright, here we go. Ah, this is madness. Oh wait, that's the wrong person. I'm over here beating up our own mage. That's great. Come on. You can't fight all day. Got him. Come on. Come on. Nice try. We did it. Let's go. Awesome. I must be getting old, letting some green adventure get the best of me. Da. That's one bloody big ship. Big and nasty looking. You made that, did ye? My thanks, Uplifted. I shudder to think what may have become of the victory without your intervention. The pirates have made a mess about things. I'd best get to sorting at the docks. And my thoughts could use some sorting out as well. Ever did my father have a way of turning my life upside down. Pray convey my thanks and apologies to Gimtora. Alright, no problem. How fare you, Uplifted? cannot begin to thank you for the role you played in preventing this madness. You defended more than a simple ship. You saved the budding hope of Limsa Lominsa from a violent demise. The day was yours. It seems our security regimen will require much in the way of improvement if we are to truly keep the dry docks safe. Eprim apologizes. Well, I suppose I can understand why he would feel responsible for his father's actions. Of all those involved, the incident was hardest on him. But in time, I believe he will come to a single conclusion. The most fitting way of moving past his anguish is to see the victory completed and in the water. Ah, by the by, the pirates we defeated have been handed over to the Yellow Jackets. Rainier's men will be taking over the investigation. Before the Yellow Jackets moved in, however, we recovered a most unusual object. Should you have the time to spare, I would ask you of another favor. Grimthora wishes to entrust you with an important task. Uplifted, in the light of your role in recent events, there are few others to whom I would entrust this task. Since we last spoke, a curious missive has been discovered amongst the personal effects of Atsvin, the pirate behind the plot to sabotage the victory. This missive was pinned in the most unusual script, a script we believe to be a manner of code. Needless to say, anything which a proven enemy of Limsa Lominsa deems worthy of enciphering is like to be of great interest to the Maelstrom. Unfortunately, none among us can make any much sense of the message. In cases such as this, I am told that the Yellow Jackets are wont to turn to Badarin and his convenient connections. Thus, I would have you deliver this missive to the proprietor of the Drowning Wench, into his hand and no other. Do you understand? Yes. I got it. No problem. Gotta go this way. With the Drowning Wench. Here you go, proprietor. Ahoy there, Uplifted. I've been hearing about your deeds at the dry docks. Etbrim laid out the entire tale for me. Poor Sod was still reeling at his old men's part in the business, but at least ye kept the victory from being sunk afore she sailed. And for that, I owe ye me thanks. Ye've really made a name for yeself here in Limsa, lad. Folk know that when they need some doing. Eh? You need some doing? And what might there be? Give them the arcane epistle scroll. There you go. Ye want someone to read a message written in funny letters for ye? Get Mulla thought I might know a man as could. Well, let's see it then. Hi. I reckon I might know a canny bugger what can read stuff like this. Ugly sod by the name of Badarin. You know you're like one of me regulars now, Uplifted. You never let me down, and Navigator, help me. I reckon I can trust ye. Imthroa was right to want this message deciphered. We've got us some trouble brewing, and there's no mistake. Get ready for action, and I'll explain. All right, here we go. Lots of action coming our way. Good to have ye aboard, lad. Now then, where to start? It's got a task for us, but alas, I say this is where we part our ways, y'all. Yeah, we're gonna take a rest here. Well, I just want to thank you guys for stopping by and watching the stream. Of course, I just want to say thank y'all for watching, and if you're watching on YouTube, I appreciate you for watching. Become a subscriber today, a forest friend. Become a forest friend today, and of course, you can do that by either following, subscribing, or even just watching. Honestly, you're already a forest friend, whether you like it or not. If you're in here, you're a forest friend. Welcome to the forest, the friendly forest. My name's Max, the dog, and I will see you guys in the next stream or VOD, whether you're watching this on YouTube or Twitch. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming around, and no matter what, be yourself, help others, have a fantastic day, and we'll see you guys possibly tomorrow or the next day or the next day. It just depends. My schedule's crazy, but no worries. Keep up with me on Twitter, Blue Sky, etc., Discord, and you know, all that. Or if you need a video edited, of course, I can do some of that as well. I am definitely going to be updating my Fiverr, VGen, and all that stuff where I can put out my video editing examples and stuff like that. So if you're a VTuber or whatnot, or you just want gameplay edited, cut it, you know, cut the clips and all that jazz, I'm your man. So I'm definitely pretty confident in my work. So definitely give me a holler. UpliftedMax, you know, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Stay uplifted, my forest friends.